to how I got over my Instagram girlfriend, where today is a reaction video. And this one comes from a woman, a divorced woman, who is giving advice to younger women. Now, before we see this clip, I gotta ask you guys, do you think she's giving advice for romantic reasons, or did business somehow come into play? Let's check her out.
Here turned 40, and these are things that I would not do again in my 20s and 30s. I would not get married. I met my husband when I was 24, and we got married when I was 29. At the time, I thought that this was like the ideal situation. I'm at the perfect age to get married. But what I realized was in the 4 years that we were married, I grew so much as a person. I graduated from business school, started my own business. I just became such a different person that I didn't feel like he was the best fit for me anymore. And I don't think I could have realized that at 29 when I said yes. If I could do it again, I would have allowed myself to have so much more growth in my life before I made a decision on a life partner. And it's really nothing against that partner specifically, but it was more about the direction that I wanted my life to take. My interests by 35 were unrecognizable to my younger self. And I don't think it would have been fair for me to take him on this journey if I didn't think that he was the right partner for the version of me that was to come.
Whoa, my.
Well, this one is clear as day, fellas.
I graduated from business school, started my own business. I didn't feel like he was the best fit for me anymore.
This one was definitely business. Now, as usual, it usually starts out romantic. I mean, she was with this man for 5 years. She said from 24 to 29. Then she said that they were only married for 4 years. Why? Because
I grew so much as a person.
she grew as a person. Sounds like she got some money and she decided that rather than helping him and making sure that everything stayed afloat or everything got better, she decided to discard his ass. Maybe because there was no more romance in the relationship. This to me is like the definition of a short-term relationship, because like when I have conversations with people and when I have conversations with women and they tell me that a long relationship was 2 to 3 years, I'm like, damn, really? Like, no, that's short term. For instance, a long term relationship slash marriage, you're looking at like 20 years, 30 years. That means 2 decades. That's a lot of time to invest in one person. That's a lot of time to just try to constantly keep that love or that sex thing going for 30 years. The same person? Come on. That's different. But nonetheless, she was with this man for 9 years. Now I'm gonna give her a little bit of credit and say that was kind of long, but not long term. It was long, but it was not long term. In fact, she married at the correct age, 24. But for some reason,
I don't think just being a good man is enough.
He just didn't have enough money, or she was just impossible to please. This gets really disrespectful because she said he wasn't the best fit for her anymore. But it's no shot to him, right? So I'm like, damn, when did she figure that out? In year 2, in year 5, in year 7, or like when? Now, when she says she's totally unrecognizable from when she was in her 20s and her 30s, like, I'll just say this, right? She was in a relationship for almost 10 years. Okay, so since she was in a relationship for 10 years, do you guys know how much has changed? The smartphones, streaming apps, the world has changed as we know it. For instance, we are now using credit cards where we tap, right? It's no longer just sliding. Like, you can literally just tap and go, or you can use your smartphone and tap that phone and keep it moving. Things have completely changed. What it sounds like to me is she was ready to get back in them streets.
In his emotions,
whatever he's feeling, I'm not cheating. I'm not doing anything that's like foul or wrong.
She was ready to drop them draws for somebody else.
There's a graduation. There's a celebration.
She got tired of dropping her draws for him. She got tired of giving him that guac 3000. She lost her incentive to give this man that passionate guac 3000, the best guac that she could possibly give. Why? Because she got herself a degree. But she didn't get it when she was outside of her marriage. She got it while she was in her marriage. Nothing against him, right? Wrong. When it comes to this man, I know he probably just suffered in silence.
To pay a prostitute so she leaves when we're done, rather than sit here and put a bunch of money into a chick and then taking her out for nice dinners, buying her shit, and you get the same result in the end anyway. She's still paying for pussy.
He just probably decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take care of her and the children. But she had different plans, fellas. This is why I tell you guys to reinvent yourself. It's because you're going to go through a couple stages where you're going to be angry, you're going to be hurt, you're going to be sad. But hopefully you take that energy and you use it to better yourself. That's the whole purpose of reinventing yourself. Go pick up some books. Change the type of music that you're listening to. Also, make sure you find something you can do passionately or something that you're just passionate about. That way, when you are putting in that work, you will feel good about yourself. Next, adapt to dating because it has completely changed. It is not like it used to be, especially 9 years ago. Things have completely changed. And most importantly, enjoy the hookup culture responsibly. Now, the reason I say this is because you don't know what you're going to get when you're dealing with a woman, because she can leave that relationship as soon as she's not happy. No matter how much time you've put in, no matter how loyal you are to her or how unloyal she is to you, she can leave at any time. So I'm saying enjoy the person while you have them for however long it is, because you really just don't know. You want to have good memories, lasting memories, memories that help you move on to the next day, the next year. So, man, I encourage you to build your wealth and make sure your health is intact. But I have a question for you guys, because you guys hear me say that marriage sucks. But I got a question. How does she make marriage sound? Comment under this video. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.